Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan, coming up in the next 30 minutes. More leaders call Pakistan to act against homegrown terror. US Vice President J.D. Vance says Pakistan should cooperate to ensure that terrorists operating in its territory are hunted down. In the first major staffing shake-up of his second term, Donald Trump replaces Mike Waltz with Marco Rubio as National Security Advisor, also removes Deputy NSA. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will commission Vizhinjam International Seaport today, marking India's big leap in global sea trade. This is India's first transshipment hub and first deep water container terminal. Delhi-NCR experienced sudden change in weather this morning. Strong winds triggered a dust storm in several parts, accompanied by heavy rainfall. IMD issues yellow alert for the national capital. Day 2 of the WAVE Summit in Mumbai will host global media dialogue for the first time. Representatives from over 60 countries to attend. Our top story, taking it hard on Pakistan after the Pahalgam terror attack. US Vice President J.D. Vance expressed hope that Pakistan would work with India to track down terrorists who carried out the attack. In an interview with Fox News, Vance made his public remarks on the attack, which left 26 people dead. Using the term terrorist, he said that Pakistan, to the extent, cooperate with India to make sure the terrorists operating in their territory are hunted down and dealt with. Notably, Vance and his family was in India on a 4-day visit when the carnage took place. Moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Kerala today will dedicate to the nation Vizhinjam International Deepwater Multipurpose Seaport worth Rs 8,900 crore. It is country's first dedicated container transshipment port that represents the transformative advancements being made in India's maritime sector as part of the unified vision of Viksit Bharat. Vizhinjam port, having strategic importance, has been identified as a key priority project which will contribute in strengthening India's position in global trade, enhance logistics efficiency and reduce reliance on foreign ports for cargo transshipment. Its natural deep draft of nearly 20 meters and location near one of the world's busiest sea trade routes further strengthens India's position in global trade. Now, later in the day, Prime Minister to visit Andhra Pradesh, where he will inaugurate, lay the foundation stone and dedicate to the nation multiple development projects worth over Rs 58,000 crore in Amravati. In line with his commitment to ensure world-class infrastructure and connectivity across the country, Prime Minister will inaugurate 7 national highway projects in Andhra Pradesh. Will also dedicate to the nation railway projects aimed at enhancing connectivity and boosting capacity. Prime Minister will also lay the foundation stone of missile test range at Nagayalanka in Andhra Pradesh worth around Rs 1,460 crore. It will comprise a launch center, technical instrumentation facilities, indigenous radars, telemetry and electro-optical systems, enhancing the country's defence preparedness. Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone of PM Ekta Mall at Madhurawar in Visakhapatnam. It has been envisioned with the objective of fostering national integration, supporting the Make in India initiative, promoting one district, one product, generating employment opportunities, empowering rural artisans and enhancing the market presence of indigenous products. Now, at WAVES 2025, India is also hosting the Global Media Dialogue for the first time with ministerial participation from 25 countries, marking a milestone in the country's engagement with the global media and entertainment landscape. The summit will also feature the Waves Bazaar, a global e-marketplace with over 6,100 buyers, 5,200 sellers and 2,100 projects. It aims to connect buyers and sellers locally and globally, ensuring wide-reaching networking and business opportunities. As the calendar inches closer to June 21st, a palpable wave of anticipation is building across the globe. From bustling city squares to serene mountain retreats, communities are gearing up to celebrate the International Day of Yoga, a testament to the enduring appeal and profound impact of this ancient Indian practice.
This United Nations designated day, born from a recognition of yoga's profound universal benefits, has evolved into a vibrant global movement. The significance of yoga, far transcending its perceptions as mere exercise, lies in its holistic approach to health. Beyond the tangible physical and mental advantages, yoga fosters a crucial mind-body connection. The synchronized movements, controlled breathing, and meditative elements cultivate a heightened sense of self-awareness. This inward focus can lead to greater emotional resilience and a more balanced perspective on life's challenges. The global embrace of International Yoga Day is a powerful illustration of its universal appeal. The inaugural celebration 10 years ago etched its mark in history with a remarkable gathering in New Delhi. An astounding 35,985 individuals participated in a mass yoga demonstration representing 84 nationalities, earning India 2 Guinness World Records for the largest yoga lesson and the most nationalities in a single yoga session. Since then, the fervour has only grown. From the mindful flows on the beaches of Rio de Janeiro to sunrise salutations on the Eiffel Tower, the diversity of celebrations underscores yoga's ability to transcend cultural and geographical boundaries. This year, the preparations are in full swing. Governments are announcing national-level events, yoga organizations are scheduling workshops and retreats, and communities are organizing local gatherings in parks, schools, and workplaces. Sharing India's vision for a healthier world, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the theme of this year's Yoga Day, which has been kept as Yoga for One Earth, One Health. As the world prepares to unroll its mats once again, the International Day of Yoga serves as a potent reminder of the ancient wisdom that continues to offer profound benefits in our modern lives. Bureau Report, DD India.
India's Delhi and the National Capital Region experienced relief from the heat wave on Friday morning as severe thunderstorms and rain brought temperatures down. The India Met Department has forecast rain and thunderstorms for the next 3 days with a yellow alert issued for the national capital. Waterlogging has also been reported in several parts of Delhi, including Lashpat Nagar, R.K. Puram and Dwarka. Northwest India, including Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh, is expected to experience light to moderate rainfall and strong winds due to a western disturbance. A dust storm accompanied with gusty winds is also very likely at isolated places over Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Punjab and Rajasthan. Now, Apple CEO Tim Cook said that India will play a major role in making iPhones destined for the US market. Cook stated that tariffs are disrupting Apple's supply chain and that the company is shifting production to countries like India and Vietnam to mitigate the impact. The move is part of Apple's efforts to minimize the aftermath of US tariffs on its sales and profit margins under President Donald Trump's trade policies. According to researchers, Apple ramped up iPhone production in India towards the end of the quarter, while Vietnam will be the origin for most iPads, Macs, Apple Watches and AirPods sold in the US. China will remain the main production hub for non-US markets. Tit-for-tat exchanges have seen, in fact, hefty US levies imposed on China, with Beijing setting retaliatory barriers on US imports. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has hailed the record GST collection in April, saying it showcases the resilience of Indian economy and effectiveness of cooperative federalism. In a social media post, Sitharaman expressed deepest gratitude to the taxpayers whose contributions and faith in the GST architecture drive the nation's progress. She said their contributions reflect a shared commitment to building a Viksit Bharat. Gross GST collections for April witnessed a 12.6% increase over the gross collection in April 2024, while net GST collections saw 9.1% growth compared to last year. On boosting India's services sector, Niti Aayog member Dr. Arvind Virmani chaired first stakeholder consultation on domestic regulations in professional services. The consultation was organized by Niti Aayog in collaboration with the Centre for Trade and Investment Law. Dr. Virmani highlighted India's demographic advantage and the increasing global demand for skilled professionals. He stressed the need for capacity building, upskilling and adoption of emerging technologies to enhance service delivery and boost India's global competitiveness. Let's now take a look at other stories making news. In a significant step towards bolstering security and growth of all in the region, Sagar, Indian naval ship IOS Sagar, arrived at Port Victoria on Thursday. The vessel was warmly received by the High Commissioner along with the Chief and Deputy Chief of Seychelles Defence Forces, senior SDF forces, officers and members of the Indian diaspora. Rajasthan's Jaisalmer experienced normal rainfall, bringing much needed relief to the region. The showers, influenced by seasonal weather patterns, have helped cool temperatures and replenish water sources. Doors of Kedarnath Dham opened today amid high security cover to ensure safety of the devotees. Superintendent of Police Akshay Prahlad Konde said that devotees' safety is their priority. Meanwhile, the helicopter service for the 2025 Shri Kedarnath Dham Yatra commenced from Sonprayag in Uttarakhand, offering a convenient travel option for pilgrims. Still to come on this edition of DD India Live. In the first of its kind ruling, US court rules against Trump's use of Alien Enemies Act to deport Venezuelans. Volodymyr Zelensky says minerals deal is first result of Vatican meeting with Trump. And London sees hottest start to May in record history.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Kolkata, the city of joy, the capital of the eastern state of West Bengal in India, has long been one of the leading metro cities and cultural centers of the nation. Home to over 14 million people, the city is known for its celebration of Bengali traditions and cultural diversity. The city was once a center of colonial power. The Grand Victoria Memorial is reminiscent of that colonial past. Kolkata distinguished itself with a leading role in India's freedom movement. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, one of the tallest leaders of the freedom struggle, grew up.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. US President Donald Trump dismissed National Security Advisor Mike Waltz on Thursday amid a controversy involving a chat group leak announcing plans to nominate him as the next ambassador to the United Nations. In his first major cabinet reshuffle of the new term, President Trump named Secretary of State Marco Rubio as interim National Security Advisor after Mike Waltz's departure. Trump praised Mike Waltz for prioritizing national interests throughout his military, congressional and advisory roles as he announced his reassignment on a social media platform, Truth. The 51-year-old ex-Special Forces officer and Florida congressman had faced uncertainty since the Signalgate scandal broke in March. Waltz served a little more than 100 days in Trump's second term. President Donald Trump's administration asked the U.S. Supreme Court on Thursday to intervene in its bid to strip temporary protected status for more than 300,000 Venezuelan migrants. A United States judge on Thursday issued a permanent injunction preventing the administration of President Donald Trump from using the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to deport Venezuelans from South Texas. It follows similar, if temporary, orders barring the government's use of the law as Trump seeks the rapid removal of undocumented immigrants from the country. Trump had issued an executive proclamation on March 15 to invoke the law against members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. He argued that Tren de Aragua was perpetrating an invasion of and predatory incursion into the United States, thereby justifying such extreme measures. Now, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum on Thursday said that she had a very good conversation with her U.S. counterpart Donald Trump. Sheinbaum said the two agreed that their country's top finance, treasury, trade and economy officials would continue working to improve their trade balance and advance outstanding issues that would benefit both countries. The call comes 2 days after Trump announced a significant shift in the tariff policy, specifically aimed at easing restrictions on the automotive sector. This policy adjustment represents a substantial relief for Mexico, which operates under the USMCA free trade agreement.
Aunque no hay un acuerdo específico.
It was a very good conversation. Although there is no specific agreement, the important thing is that we are working on it. The United States government and we desire to reach even better agreements on trade matters. The US government is very interested in reducing what it calls the deficit with Mexico. For some time now, we have been proposing that we look for ways throughout the economy to buy more from the United States and, in other words, to have even more trade than we currently have on both sides for the benefit of both countries.
Busquemos la manera en toda la economía.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky praised the minerals agreement with the United States as a genuinely equal and fair deal on Thursday, calling it the first outcome of his Vatican meeting with US President Donald Trump held alongside Pope Francis' funeral. Zelensky said the minerals deal opens the way for the modernization of industries in Ukraine. The US and Ukraine have signed a natural resources deal allowing Washington access to Kiev's rare minerals deposits. The agreement gives the US preferential access to new Ukrainian natural resources deals, but does not automatically hand Washington a share of Ukraine's mineral wealth or any of its gas infrastructure.
It is not truly an equitable agreement, one that creates opportunities for substantial investment in Ukraine as well as significant modernization of Ukraine's industries and, equally importantly, its legal practices. The agreement does not recognize any debt and a fund is being set up, a reconstruction fund that will invest in Ukraine and generate returns here. This means joint work with America based on fair terms, allowing both Ukraine and the United States, which supports us in our defense, to make money in partnership.
Now, the UK has experienced its hottest start to May on record on Thursday, with temperatures reaching 28 degrees Celsius. Britain's Met Office reported that temperatures at London's Kew Gardens reached record-breaking levels, officially marking the warmest start to May ever recorded in the UK. The unseasonably warm weather drew crowds of residents and tourists to park and city streets to enjoy the sunshine. The previous record high temperature for the first day of May was 27.4 degrees Celsius at Lucemouth in Scotland in 1990. Dozens of Berliners took the season's first official dip in Lake Wannsee on Thursday as Europe's largest inland water, Lido opened its doors for the first time this year. Under a brilliant sun and with the air temperature soaring to 20 degrees Celsius, the cold 14 degrees Celsius waters couldn't deter the hardy beachgoers who gathered to take their first dip of the year. The Wannsee Lido, a sprawling 1.2 kilometer stretch of beach lined with Baltic Sea sand, has been a beloved summer destination since its grand opening in 1907. As the sunny and warm spring days spread over most of Germany, beachgoers at Cologne's Lake Radar Sea also enjoyed the heat of the first days of the beach season there. Sports updates now. Mumbai Indians crushed Rajasthan Royals by 100 runs to end their home team's playoffs hopes in the Indian Premier League in Jaipur on Thursday. Batting first, Mumbai scored 217 for the loss of 2 wickets in 20 overs. In reply, Rajasthan were all out for 117 in 16.1 overs as Mumbai Indians closed in on securing a playoff berth. Mumbai rode on brisk half-centuries from Rohit Sharma and Ryan Rickelton to post a formidable total. Meanwhile, skipper Hardik Pandya and Suryakumar Yadav gave finishing touches to Mumbai's innings with their whirlwind strokes. The likes of Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt then rattled Rajasthan Royals batting before leg spinner Karan Sharma wrapped up a big win for the visitors. And talking about Madrid Open tournament now, 4th seed Coco Gauff dominated Poland's Iga Świątek 6-1, 6-1 in a mere 64 minutes in the semi-finals on Thursday night. Gauff reached the final at this WTA 1000 event for the first time and is on the precipice of her first title of 2025. Meanwhile, top seed Aryna Sabalenka continued her Madrid Open mastery with a 6-3, 7-5 semi-finals victory over number 17 seed Elina Svitolina on Thursday night. Sabalenka needed 1 hour and 32 minutes to hold off Svitolina, ended the Ukrainians' undefeated clay court run this year. With the win, Sabalenka is heading to her 4th Madrid final. The legendary filmmaker Satyajit Ray revolutionized Indian cinema. Born on May 2, 1921 in then Calcutta, Ray was a man of many talents. Ray's debut film Pathar Panchali is a masterpiece and still inspires filmmakers worldwide. Bestowed with the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, Satyajit Ray is also the first Indian to have received the honorary Oscar in 1992. DD India's Tanvi Taneja has more.
Such were the incredible celluloid skills of Satyajit Ray that renowned Japanese filmmaker Akira Kurosawa once said that not to have seen the cinema of Satyajit Ray means existing in the world without seeing the sun or the moon. Not only did Ray hold audiences spellbound with his storytelling skills, he also catered to a diverse audience. In his early years, Ray worked as a visualizer and illustrator for advertising agencies, using that experience to hone his skills in visual storytelling. These experiences, along with his literary lineage and innate artistic talents, laid the foundations for the creation of the genius filmmaker in Satyajit Ray. Inspired by the works of Western filmmakers like Jean Renoir and Vittorio De Sica, Satyajit Ray made his first film, Pathar Panchali, in 1955. Pathar Panchali went on to define Indian cinema and won 11 international awards, including the Best Human Document Award at the 1956 Cannes Film Festival. The film, along with Aparajito and Apur Sansar, formed the Apur trilogy, a compelling Bengali series. Ray's attention to humanism and his meticulous control over his films set him apart as one of the greatest filmmakers of the 20th century.
Kajol, chole esho. Chole esho. Kajula!
Dadu bokbe.
Dadu jante parbe na. Daduke ami bolbo na. Esho.
Apart from the Apur trilogy, Jalsa Ghar, Mahanagar, Charulata, Janaranya and Aguntuk showcased Ray's ability to capture everyday life with complete authenticity and deep sincerity. Ray's versatility, for he was also a noted author, is showcased in the characters he created in the form of Detective Feluda and Professor Shonko. Besides winning a record 36 Indian National Film Awards and numerous awards at international film festivals, Ray was also the first Indian filmmaker to receive an honorary Academy Award in the year 1992. Eminent Iranian filmmaker Majid Majidi are among the numerous film personalities who have expressed their deep respect and profound admiration for Ray's cinematic creations. Today, on his birth anniversary, we once again remember and deeply appreciate this great filmmaker's cinematic skills and timeless celluloid creations. Tanvi Taneja for DD India.
Well, that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek Mahajan from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.